It is interesting to me that many people are hoping to find something that attains or reaches perfection. Some people are hoping that they are going to end up finding the perfect person to share their life with. Other people are hoping to find the perfect career that has no downside, but that really ends up doing everything that they're hoping for. And there's a variety of other things. People are looking to make the next big purchase perfect. Whether the purchase is a house, whether it's a car, whether it's an accessory, whether it's something that people will notice, or whether it's something that they treasure and they keep at home. Everybody is looking for perfection. This is interesting to me because honestly, what you have is this is a world that is filled with imperfection. At the very beginning, you open up the Bible, you'll come to the very beginning of Genesis, and you have God in a creative mood. God is in the process of saying, I want to make something. And what you have is God speaking into existence a creation. And the creation focuses around a planet of water, around the earth. And there is a variety of species of animals that are created. There is a way in which God ends up separating the waters, ends up making land masses, and it's populating all of these things. But unfortunately, you don't get very far in Genesis before you find out that that which God made to be perfect has become estranged from him, and all of a sudden doesn't belong to him in the same way anymore. And whether you focus on there being a point of deception and a point of confusion that makes humanity fall, or whether you focus on the fact that there was a person who was there to end up representing God's interest, and he failed. The rest of human history, from the very first few chapters of Genesis, represents humanity living in imperfection. And the imperfection is not God's fault. The imperfection, honestly, is our fault. The imperfection has fallen short of who God is and what he wants to do and what he's hoping to accomplish. Instead, what you have is in this imperfection, God has sought to end up bringing us to a place where we can find him again. And we want our life to become more perfect than we're accustomed to. And we want our life to be better. No matter what we are able to attain, what we are able to develop in ourselves, what we are able to purchase, what we are able to acquire, what we are able to attract, whether it's in personal relationship, whether it's in things that we acquire and want, whatever it happens to be, you are not living in a world that's capable of being perfect now. But the promise of Scripture is that as God first made us perfect, so too, at the end of the age, he is going to separate humanity from sin. He's going to separate us from the areas that have fed our imperfection. He's going to separate us from the areas where, honestly, we have done harm, devastation, and destruction to each other. Because often we are willing to quickly say about ourselves, there is another person who has done harm to me. But the truth of the matter is that God sees not only the harm that's been done to us, but the harm that we also have done to others. There is not a level of training that you can go through to the point where you will have the perfect job and you will attain perfection. There is not a person that you are going to meet and make a life with that is going to help you attain perfection. There is not a specific conquest or specific purchase that you are going to be able to acquire that is going to help you attain perfection. Because honestly, this is not good news for people who have not come to it yet, but the world that we live in is imperfect. And sometimes it angers us. Sometimes it frustrates us. Sometimes it does something to us where we go, we wish the world was perfect. We wish the world was as we believe it ought to be, as we imagine it should be.